and address the elephant in the room because you left Freedom.
Get used to people perceiving you as having a big ego or like looking at yourself around the place.
Welcome to the Freedom Property Podcast, the modern real estate brand empowering excellence. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back in the studio, and today we have one of our Freedom agents in the building, Mrs. Gemma Coady. Welcome.
Hello.
Miss Gemma Coady. Yeah. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Excited to be here.
Let's kick it off and address the elephant in the room because you left Freedom and you're now back.
Wow, say it like it is. Yes.
It's so good to have you back, though. We were absolutely gutted when you left, and absolutely stoked that you're back.
Well,
and you've come back flying. I remember when you left, like I was actually shocked with it, to be honest. Like, you really caught me off guard because I just saw your business just growing really rapidly, and I thought this lady's going to be a real superstar for us here at Freedom. And then you left all of a sudden. So, like, what was that sparking move to make you want to leave at the time?
I think that was my first year in real estate and had been off to a flying start. So learned a lot in a short space of time. And I really did think that it was an opportunity to learn again, learn another way, and actually get promised a lot of things along the way, and that things can be made easier for you. But I guess I've realized nothing's easy in this industry, and there's a lot of hard work and dedication involved. So it's good to be back. It's good to be back running things how I want to in the Freedom model, with a lot of system support and admin media support here at Freedom, which is great. Also having a coach again and having people in the industry that actually know what they're doing and want to help you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is that what you missed when you left?
I missed actually. I felt like in more control of my own business when I was at Freedom. I think there was things provided for you, but not necessarily how you wanted them done. So not a control freak, but it's nice to be back running how I want to see my business grow.
So how do you control your business?
So I've recently taken a team member on, Tegan. She's off to a flying start, so that's going great. We have listings flying in every week at the moment, and sales too, so things are going good. And it's about growing my business model, and the next team member will be on their way. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, you've listed 25 properties since you've been back, and that's only been 3.5, 4 months since you've been back. Yeah. So you are absolutely flying. You're going to do very well
to market now and get them sold. So,
you're doing well. You're doing well. It's going to be a good year for you. I think next year, 2025, I think you're going to have an unbelievable year. I think if you can continue doing what you're doing right now, and like you say, being in control of your business, being all over your business. So talk to me about what that looks like every day, like being in control of your business and overseeing your business. Like, how do you know where your business is at?
It's hard to switch off. I guess it's you got to have a lot of motivation every day. So my morning starts from running around with my 3 kids and getting lunches and breakfasts and teeth brushed and off to school. So an early start every morning, and I'm ready to go by the time I get to the office. Actively setting out what needs to be accomplished for the day. But I guess I've learned that prospecting is key every day. So you can easily get swamped with really stressful situations in real estate and contracts crashing or crazy requests from buyers or leads. Things can spiral very quickly every day. So having that set of what needs to be achieved each day, and actually having being able to half that workload now with a reliable employee in the team as well.
Awesome. So you are a very hard worker.
Thanks.
You are. You're always one of the first in the office, one of the last to leave. You're up there in the calls every single week. So where's that drive coming from? Why are you such a hard worker?
I don't know. I guess I think of the majority of my adult life has been in self-employment or driving to run a business. So this is my 3rd or 4th venture into business ownership. So and this one's sticking. I'm going to make this one work. And I feel like I've found my groove and my The goal was to have employment on my doorstep in the Redlands and be around for my kids and be working where I'm living. And that is happening. I'm completely immersed in my community. I can't go to the shops without bumping into a buyer or a seller. That was the goal. So that's good and bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you're managing to balance the work life with your 3 children.
Yeah, like there is flexibility. If I need to be at school, if I need to be at an award ceremony or something afterwards, that can happen in the middle of the day if it needs to be. So there is also sacrifice. There's times that I'm not as attentive as I'd like to be, but it's building a future for them in the long run. So
yeah. What are you sacrificing?
Some quality time at times when I could be half paying attention but also replying to somebody about a property or there's mum guilt at times, but it's also very rewarding when I am able to be present and provide them the life that I want them to have.
No, I've seen you with your kids. They're good kids. They look like they're pretty proud of their mum.
Yeah, they sure are. They're my biggest fans for sure. And I keep waiting to go to Disneyland, keep asking all the time. So that's got to be on the agenda sometime. So
I remember when you first started, your goal was to take the kids to Ireland.
Yeah.
And you made that goal happen, didn't you? Pretty quickly.
In year 1, I think 8 or 9 months into real estate. So that was amazing. So this year we're off to a cruise for a pretty big milestone birthday of mine coming up. So they're excited about that. So it's good. Work hard and play a little bit, not as hard.
Absolutely. So what does the Gemma right now, like compared to the Gemma a few years ago when you first started real estate, like what's been the difference? What's the change?
Oh, God, I was green. I just walked in off the street and said I wanted to be a real estate agent to you. And off you go. A lot. I've learned a lot in a short space of time. It's 2 years in now, 50-something sales later and, a lot of happy clients. So I guess I've realized your reputation is key. So because I'm working and living on my doorstep, that it's, you got to stand by what you say you're going to do and achieve the best results you can for people. What's changed in 2 years? Tougher skin. I think I totally underestimated how much you put yourself out there in the for public criticism, trolls on your social media posts. You've got to have a thick skin and be able to brush yourself off. A lot of rejection daily and calls and I don't know. It's made me stronger, I think.
Tell me a story. Tell me about a time where, something has happened and you have to pick yourself back up and run hard again. Like real estate, this happens to us all the time, doesn't it? I've been in real estate for so long that, I feel like I've got this listing in the bag, like this person, I'm like sort of friends with them, you would like put your life on the fact that you're going to get that listing and then they go and list with somebody else, or, like an agent leaves you, or, something happens and you just get these hits all the time in real estate. It's like bang, 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 just rolling with the punches, aren't you?
It's a complete roller coaster. It is. And it's such a high when you're on a roll and things are winning, but you can easily come crashing down. There's a lot of emotions involved and I guess a story and it still sticks with me is 7 contracts on one property, so that one is sticks with me. So it's very unpredictable. You could be sure that something is smooth sailing and anything can pop out of the woodwork. So
I don't think people that aren't in this industry understand like how crazy just like a couple of weeks in real estate can be and how much things can change so quickly. I actually had one of the young lads in the office, one of their dads called me, I won't mention who, and said, what do you think? Like what should we do? And I said, well, it just needs to stay on track, he just needs to keep doing what he's doing, because as bad as he or you think this week has been, as amazing as next week can be. So you obviously know what a great week looks like now. So
it's true. And you also can't count your eggs because you could have 10 listings, but 4 of them could withdraw, one could like never sell. Like there's a lot of variables all the time. So got to be really switched on. You've got to be ready to adapt daily and what gets thrown at you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you ready to supercharge your real estate game? If so, then you should join our agent growth training program and community. Here you will learn the tips, the tricks, the processes, the strategies to dominate your local marketplace. If you want to become the #1 agent in your area, Agent Growth is for you. If you'd like to join, follow the link below and you can sign up for free.
So you've really come in and adapted our model. Like when I think about you, you when I drive around Cleveland, I see bus stop after bus stop of Gemma. There she is. She's everywhere. I'm sure if I lived in that area, I would get things in my letterbox from you. Every time I go on my social media, I see you like over and over and over again, sometimes 3, 4, 5 times a day with just listings and solds, and you're really good at marketing yourself. But then I also see that you've come in and implemented our systems really well. Now you've got a buyer manager helping you and taking away all the things that slow you down. So, you know, what's next for Gemma? You know, like how do you get this business to keep going from strength to strength?
Keep growing my team. So you need a little army behind you to keep all the wheels ticking, that the same level of service is provided to all of my clients, even if I'm not present. So I guess freeing up my time so I'm listing and selling more. But that's the goal is to get another sales associate or someone into my team to
there you go.
Yeah,
maybe you're watching this, maybe give Gemma a call, maybe she's
there's
the right person to help you.
There's just always more to do.
There's
always another 100 calls to make. There's always
I said to Jake all the time, I'm like, we could have 10 people in our team and still have enough calls for them to make. There's so many people to call. But with that, there comes a lot of commitment. There comes, a lot of costs, like you got to market yourself. You've got employees, like you've got all of these costs involved of being a real estate agent. So before you even start, you've got to make a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of pressure there for you.
Massive. Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? Like, how do you focus on, what's going out, or do you focus on what's coming in? Like, do you
both? Again, I think it probably helps that I've had experience running businesses in the past. So it's not just listing and selling property. As being a business owner in real estate, you've got to be across all the different parts of the business. And it's extensive. And I think all of that did help in my first year in particular in, learning how to market myself. I'd always worked with global brands and big companies and how to market them, but not focused on how to market myself. And that is still the bit that sometimes you cringe and go, I can't watch that, or there's my face again on something. But it comes with, you got to, I guess, get used to people perceiving you as having a big ego, or like looking at yourself around the place. But it's about market share, and it's about brand awareness, and, you gotta own it.
I'm not sure about that. Like I think it's probably the opposite these days. I think if you're not putting yourself out there, you're hiding something. Like I feel like if you're not prepared to be your true self on camera, if you're not prepared to stand up and take control of your personality, then what are you hiding from?
Yeah, it's true. But, that all comes with the first few videos that I ever did. I simply couldn't even watch, So now it's just,
I said to you, when you got back, I was like, what I want to see from Gemma is I want to see the personality come out. I want to see you be your true, authentic self at these homes. And I want to see you interacting with your customer. And I want to see you showing me the property, walking around and like selling it, because you are very salesy. Like you're a good salesperson, so I want to feel that on the camera, so I'd love to see even more of that.
Okay.
You can do it. You can do it. I think that's what's going to set you apart, because like I've always said, that like the females in real estate that can nail that sales part and take this business as because they've got this extra energy that some of the males don't have, this caring side that they really want their customer to do well. And I think if you can add those two together, your business is going to just keep going from strength to strength to strength. So it's exciting times.
It's a good feeling that people are calling me you know, so it's working. Like there's, you know, repeat clients, there's people just in the community that, you know, reach out and can you sell my house today? So that's great.
What does the perfect real estate agent look like to you?
Oh, wow. I guess they're for each of their clients. You know, I think that's something I need to manage if I end up with 20 listings at one time. You know, there's a responsibility still to each of your vendors that you're the one dealing with their buyers, that you're the one dealing with them personally. So that's something I'll have to learn to manage as the business scales as well.
Okay.
So
that's awesome. Yeah, no, look, it's a very successful business you've got right now, but I just think that you haven't even scratched the surface. I think you could be one of the Redlands top agents. You are. It's going to get even easier for you though. It's just a time thing now. It's consistency. You know, your marketing, it just needs to stay there. You just need to keep doing everything right. And like you say, if you add these people to your team, give them their role and make sure you keep them accountable and give them incentive as well to really want to make this business into their own as well. I think your business is just going to keep going.
Well, I think that's the thing as well, from experiencing other agencies or seeing how things operate in other places. Essentially, you're building your own within Freedom, and it's a great culture to be part of, but you can also do it your own way within Freedom. So absolutely. That's exciting.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is your favorite feature at Freedom?
Just that the systems, I guess. And it's not even the wrong word, but just like as in that you can literally have a process to follow each day, that you can know that your marketing is done the right way, know that your media is going to be delivered, that everything is going to look as it should, and consistency, and that it's because it's all part of my brand, you know. So it's important that I'm happy with what the output looks like, and guess that being my background in marketing originally, that's really important to me, that what I'm doing and how it's created represents me and my brand. I
was speaking to a mum the other day who's got 3 kids as well, and she's worried about becoming an agent because she doesn't want to potentially lose time with them, and she's worried that, you know, she's not going to be able to make it work because she feels like you're going to have to go 100% in real estate with all your time. What's your message to her?
She's probably not wrong. But I'm thinking of, I solely support my kids. I'm thinking about how that is going to, benefit them in the long run. So none of them want to be agents yet. I'm still trying to convince them they should at least drop flyers for me. But they're part of it. They're involved in what I list, what I sell. So, and they're really proud of it. So I don't know, I feel like I'm doing it for them. They understand when I can't be at a soccer game on a Saturday because I'm mummy's selling houses. So, and that's what's getting them all the great things they do want in life. So weigh it up. Like there's pros and cons. If I was earning half the amount of money and working, 9 to 5 or part-time, like I wouldn't be able to pay my mortgage, send them to all the extracurriculars they want to do, bring them on holidays, all the things they want and that I want to give them.
That's awesome. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you. Thanks for coming on today. Appreciate it. I grilled you a little bit, but no, you've been awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.